50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to the million of Negro slaves who'd been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long nights of captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. So we've come here today to dramatize a shameful situation. We've come here today to make real the promises of our democracy. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or taking the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promises of our democracy. Now is the time to uplift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. There will neither be rest nor tranquility until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. We cannot turn back. We can never be satisfied as long as our children are stripped of their selfhood and robbed of their dignity by signs stating, "For whites only." We cannot be satisfied as long as Negroes in Mississippi cannot vote and Negroes in New York believe they have nothing which to vote for. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. But let us not wallow in the valley of despair, because I say to you today, my friends, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I still have a dream. I have a dream that one day, right down in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I still have a dream. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough plains will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed. This is our hope. This is the faith I go back down south with. With this faith, we'll be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, and to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will one day be free. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. And when that happens, when we allow freedom to ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we'll be able to speed up the day when all of God's children, black and white men, Jews and Gentile, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.